What's going on, guys? Eric here, back with another video for you guys. I'm super excited to talk about this very special product today. This is a very special pump product, and it's going to be the Hydraulic by Axe and Sledge. And here it is right here, guys. Does that look beautiful? So before we actually get into the Hydraulic itself, I want to talk a little bit about the CEO, Seth Feroce. Now, I've been a big fan of Seth Feroce probably since my senior year in high school, freshman year in college. And Seth was just an amazing bodybuilder. I mean, I know that he's retired now, but Seth had mass, conditioning, symmetry, I mean, just the whole 9 yards as a great bodybuilder. But what I really liked about Seth Feroce was his personality. I mean, his ability to really tell it like it is, tell the truth. And for those of you who do follow Seth right now, whether it be his YouTube channel or his podcast, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Your decisions are why you are where you are right fucking now. What a bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, fucking Looney Tunes. They are fucking psycho.
You know, that's why when I heard that Seth was coming out with his company, Axe and Sledge, I got really excited and also really worried because in the past, or actually right now nowadays, let's face it guys, in 2020 and moving forward, there's so many different fitness influencers now with TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, every different social media platform will produce some type of social media fitness influencer. And with that being said, they're also gonna push out a product or a service. Now, when fitness influencers generally push out something to the public, you know, whether that be a product or a service, and they're making money off of their followers, that's when things get a little tricky. To me, that is the test of a fitness influencer's true character and true nature. And I gotta say guys, like after looking at most of the fitness influencers out there, whether that be their workout programs, whether that be their supplement line or some type of weight loss or muscle gaining, whatever it is, I gotta say like 80% of the stuff that I usually look at and analyze, because I'm an analytical person, and before I spend any money, I have to make sure everything that I'm buying is really good quality. And I have to admit that 80% of everything that I look at is usually a pretty big disappointment. So that's why when I heard that Seth Feroce was coming out with his supplement line, Axe and Sledge, you know, I really had to check things out to see if it matched the same qualities that Seth as a person really is, meaning being honest, being transparent, providing a really good quality service or a product. And I have to admit guys that everything that I've looked at so far as the nutrition labels go for most of Seth's products, that I'm actually really impressed. So as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of pump and blood flow products and the benefits that they give you. So that's why we're gonna go over the Hydraulic today by Axe and Sledge, and let's go see if it's any good. So let's get straight into the nutrition profile. All right guys, so getting straight into it, the very first thing that Seth puts inside the Hydraulic is going to be 5 grams of L-citrulline, not L-citrulline malate, where it's watered down with malic acid, 100% pure L-citrulline. Now, L-citrulline is really cool because what it is it's an amino acid that helps to cause a massive amount of what we call nitric oxide. Now, what nitric oxide does is it's a vasodilator. It's gonna take our veins, open it up, it's gonna allow more blood flow and more oxygen to punch into the muscle tissue, giving us not only a really good pump so we look good in the gym and while training, but at the same time, it helps to increase our training performance as well. So great pump, great blood flow, and increase in training performance, definitely check. All right guys, now moving right along, next that we're gonna have inside the Hydraulic is gonna be the Glycer Pump. Now Glycer Pump is really cool. You guys know I've talked about this before, especially when it came to the Glycer Pump that's inside of the Alani Nu pump, as far as it being super smooth, less clumpy. And the reason why I love Glycer Pump so much is because it's a hyper hydrating cell volumizer, meaning that's gonna take all of the water, jam it straight into the muscle belly, fully inflating it, giving you that superhero full muscle belly round look. It's just gonna make you look super amazing in the gym and while you're training. But at the same time guys, because it's hydrating the muscle as well, it's gonna help with training performance and also muscular endurance. So looking good in the gym, hyperhydration and muscular endurance, definitely check. All right guys, now the next ingredient that's inside is gonna be an ingredient called taurine. Now taurine is an amino acid. It's actually classified as what we call an osmolyte. Now And Osmolyte's actually really cool because what it really does, I guess in hindsight, is it just helps with the transportation of water in between cells. And what that's gonna do for us is that's gonna help pull more water into the muscle tissue, not only once again fluffing it up, just like the Glycer Pump, but it's also gonna help with muscular endurance and also hydration of the body. Now, the reason why I love this when paired with the Glycer Pump is because they work synergistically together. You have two ingredients in different pathways that help to pull water inside the muscle tissue, which we all know is gonna fluff it up, giving you that super round muscle belly superhero look in the gym for both guys and girls. So now we're gonna look good in the gym, but at the same time, it's also gonna help with the hydration of the muscle cell as well. And as we all know, a hydrated muscle is gonna perform a heck of a lot better in the gym than a dehydrated one. So increased training performance and also looking good while we're doing it, definitely checking that. Oh, and synergism as well, so good job on that one. All right guys, next on the list is gonna be an ingredient called carnosine beta-alanine. Now, as you guys know, carnosine beta-alanine is a lactic acid buffer, meaning that it's gonna lower the amount of lactic acid buildup inside of the muscle tissue, therefore increasing our pain threshold, also increasing our muscular endurance. So basically what it does is it helps to increase our ability to get more reps and train longer, and it increases our training and work capacity so that we can get more gains and increase the quality of our workouts. So I'm a huge fan of beta-alanine, especially when it comes to carnosine beta-alanine. So lowering lactic acid, increasing pain threshold, increasing muscular endurance and work capacity and work volume, definitely check. Let's see. Ooh, I like this one. So next, guys, on the list is going to be a creatine called Creatine Magna Power. Now, this one I talked about before in my last video when it came to the ACG3. Now, what it actually is it's a creatine chelate molecule mixed with a creatine molecule combined together, and that gives you Creatine Magna Power. Now, why do they do that? First of all, it's a very expensive process. And when they do that, guys, it actually helps with the bioavailability and the absorption of the creatine. Now, you guys have also heard me talk about this before when it comes to supplements and your body's ability to actually use it or not. The reason why I stress so heavily upon that is when we're spending good money, we want to buy stuff that our body can actually use so that all the money we're spending doesn't go to waste. Well, that's where the Creatine Magna Power comes in, is when you get the better absorption and the bioavailability of the actual creatine, it's gonna fully swell up the muscle cells, gonna fully fill the phosphocreatine stores in our muscle tissue, giving us more strength and power output. And then as a byproduct of that, it's gonna help to give us more gains because it's gonna increase the quality of our training. So increasing work capacity, work volume, and power output for more gains in the end and high absorption, definitely check on that one. I really like that. All right, guys, now moving right along. Next is going to be a pretty cool product, and it's called nitrosogen. Now, nitrosogen, another name for it is arginine potassium silicate. Yes, I've memorized that long name over the years because I absolutely love that product, and I'm glad they're introducing it a lot in pre-workouts in 2020. Now, why do I love that product so much? The reason I love it so much is because not only will it cause massive amounts of nitric oxide, once again, to open up the veins, giving you blood flow, oxygen, nutrient delivery for not only great pumps to look good, but also training performance and really good recovery. Now, you get all those, but here's the awesome part, is you get those benefits for a longer duration, all the way up to 6 hours. I mean, I don't really know any other pump ingredient in the industry right now that lasts as long as nitrosogen. So I'm really glad they put that in there. Very impressed. So long lasting, super potent, nitric oxide boosting, blood flow, performance enhancing, recovery giving ingredient. I need to breathe on that one. Definitely check on that one. Absolutely love it. All right, guys, now moving right along to the very last pump product of this nutrition label, and that's gonna be agmatine sulfate, but he uses the patented form called Agma Max. Now, Agma Max is really cool because what it does is not only is it gonna help with nitric oxide, but the main function of it is it inhibits an enzyme called arginase. Now, by inhibiting arginase, it's gonna allow our pump to last a lot longer, because what happens is when arginase is in the system, it kind of knocks nitric oxide out of the way and it shrinks our veins back to normal size. Well, that's where Agma Max comes in, is it knocks arginase out the way, allowing nitric oxide to be more potent into the system, giving us all the benefits of blood flow once again, but allows it to last a lot longer. So when it comes to synergistic effects of ingredients inside of the hydraulic, the AgmaMax mixed with all the other ingredients like the citrulline and the nitrogen, you get really potent nitric oxide, but you get a longer extension of those benefits as well. So awesome synergism, knocking out arginase, giving you a longer pump and longer potent benefits. Definitely check on that one. All right, guys, moving right along, we have L-tyrosine, acetyl L-tyrosine. Now this one's really cool. This is an amino acid that's basically a precursor to our happiness neurotransmitter, dopamine. So by sparking off more dopamine, as you guys know, you're gonna have more motivation, more training intensity, and more focus while you're training. So I really love that about L-tyrosine. L-tyrosine is something that I like to take in lower doses in a lot of my pre-workouts. It just makes the workout a lot more fun. So more motivation, more focus, more training intensity as well. Definitely check on that one. All right, so last on the list, well really it was first on the list, I just wanted to skip it, and that's gonna be a mix of B vitamins. So you get niacin, B6, and my favorite B12 vitamin, methylcobalamin B12, not the cheap cyanocobalamin. So the reason why I like this is because the mix of B vitamins are great natural energizers. I love those in your stimulant-free pre-workouts because it kind of gives you that smooth energy throughout your entire workout. Now, what I really like about this mix is the fact that he uses methylcobalamin B12 as opposed to cyanocobalamin. Cyanocobalamin is really cheap, it runs through the body super quick. I mean, I would be surprised if you even feel the B12 from the cyanocobalamin. When you introduce methylcobalamin into the system, it's a lot more potent, a lot more bioavailable, and you actually feel the energy that it gives you. So, super awesome, natural, energizing vitamin B mix. Plus, you get the super absorbing, highly bioavailable methylcobalamin B12. Definitely check on that one. So everything looks pretty good in here. You have the citrulline, nitric oxide, glycer pump, and the taurine mix, hyperhydration to fluff everything up, training endurance, beta alanine, muscular endurance, creatine magnet power, strength, power, and high absorbing. You have the nitrogen, my personal favorite ingredient for boosting nitric oxide and longer benefits of that nitric oxide boosting. You have the AgmaMax in there to kind of knock out arginase to give you a longer lasting pump, perfect synergism with everything else that's in there. You have the L-tyrosine, acetyl L-tyrosine, really good for sparking off that dopamine to increase training performance, intensity, and motivation as well, and focus. And then the natural energizers, the B12 mix, especially the methylcobalamin, really, really good. Now, everything in there is really cool. I guess like if I had to work on a couple of negatives in here, really there's only 2 negatives in here, and they're really not that bad. But number one would be the carnosine beta alanine is 800 milligrams underdosed. So the normal amount of beta alanine would be right around like 3.2 grams of carnosine beta alanine. So I would like to see 800 milligrams more inside of the hydraulic for that better muscular endurance. I guess a positive from that is you won't get the face tingles as much, but if you're like me, you love the face tingles that way. For me, it just makes me feel like I need to train, and I need to train intense like right now. So I would prefer 800 milligrams more. And the second thing is the nitrogen. So nitrogen, in today's day and age, it's usually dosed at 1.5 grams minimum. So with the nitrogen being 1 gram in here, it's 500 milligrams underdosed than your average clinical dose of nitrogen. And because it's my favorite one, like I don't like it to be skimmed out. Like I want it to be perfectly dosed. And the reason why there's only 1 gram of nitrogen in there is because every other ingredient that's in there is pretty potent already. So I can understand why they lowered that by a little bit, just 500 milligrams. But other than that, guys, I mean, you know, everything looks really good. I've tried this product 2 months straight before, and I gotta say, guys, it's probably my absolute favorite pump product so far of 2020. So I'm gonna go and give it a solid 9.4 out of 10. And as you guys know, I never really give anything a 10 out of 10 unless it's absolutely perfect. But yeah guys, 9.4 out of 10, absolutely love this product. I think you guys are really gonna like this one as a pump product itself, either as a standalone or if you wanna mix it with your favorite pre-workouts. So, oh, and another reason why I like it is because it is classified as a stimulant-free pre-workout, meaning that not only does it have pump and blood flow, just like all the other pump products have, but what makes it a stimulant-free pre-workout is the fact that it has ingredients in there for energy and also focus and motivation in the form of the B12 mix, especially the methylcobalamin, and also the L-tyrosine. So that's gonna be my review of it for today, guys. Like I said, I think you guys are really gonna like it. If you guys have any other questions, or if you do try it out, comment below what your experience is with it. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, just comment below and I will try to get back to you as fast as I can. And for those of you who have actually dropped a message in my inbox, I'll either try to get to it tonight or I'll just make a separate video literally answering everyone's questions in one giant YouTube video. So I think it'd be kind of cool because I've never done that before. But either way, I will try to get back to you guys and get your answers and get your questions answered. So anyway, guys, I'm Eric Superfam, here to answer all your supplement science questions, your fitness questions. If you need help with anything fitness related, just let me know and I will try to get back to you as fast as I can, okay? Anyway, I love you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.